Hi, I'm Rita Wilkins, also known as the Downsizing Designer. So today I want to talk to you about something that's on the mind of a lot of people because it is almost January. It's time for the New Year's resolutions again, to lose weight, to exercise more, and to get organized. And do you know that getting organized is actually one of the top 3 promises that we make to ourselves each year? But according to a study at U.S. News and Report, by mid-February, 20% of us will succeed at achieving that goal, whereas 80% of us will fail. So if decluttering and organizing is at the top of your list again this year, and if you are serious about making it happen, if you're fully committed in 2021 to declutter and get organized, here are a couple of tips. So what can you do to finally succeed at living a less cluttered, less stressful life, the one that you dream about? So number 1 is to declutter first and then organize. So oftentimes people think that decluttering and organizing are one and the same, but they're really not. So decluttering is getting rid of, disposing of things that you no longer want, need, or use. Whereas organizing is storing those things that you want, need, and use so that you can find them quickly when you're ready to start using them. So when you do declutter first, you'll find that you have far less to organize and life is just a lot simpler. So number 2 is to know why you want to declutter and get organized. Knowing your why midstream is very helpful because for sure you will get discouraged, you'll get stuck, you'll even get stopped. But knowing your why is very important because that will help to regain your momentum and also to remotivate you. So if you're tired of looking at all of your clutter, if it's causing stress, overwhelm, and even arguments in your family, and if you're tired of looking for things, did you know that the average American family spends 55 minutes a day looking for various things? I know I found myself today looking for some paperwork that I had put my hands on earlier in the day, and I easily spent 15 minutes looking for it. And I thought, well, this is a great topic for me also tonight. So I don't know if you know, but the average American is spending that 55 minutes a day looking for things. Men particularly look for clean socks and the remote. And women typically are looking for their lipstick or their keys. So other things, other than why people want to declutter, there's peace of mind. There's living a simpler, less cluttered life gives you the ability to focus, to be more productive. Also, you might want to start getting rid of stuff now because you might be considering a smaller home in the future, so why not give yourself a head start? And then another good reason is to declutter now so that your kids don't have to do it when you're no longer here. And number 3 is to stop buying more. The overall goal of decluttering is to get rid of stuff, not add to it. So you might try just not buying something for one day, 1 week, 1 month. And what you're going to realize is how good it feels to not have to buy stuff. And then, of course, you'll be decluttering, so ultimately your home gets less cluttered and much more organized. So how do you get started? So know what decluttering methods are good for you. There are many, and that's not what I'm here to talk to about today, but one of my favorites is, I call it the burst method. So I pick one small area of my home that probably bothers me the most, and typically it's closets. Have all my bags ready, the boxes ready, and so forth. Set a timer for 50 minutes. And then you're going to sort, you're going to discard, you're going to donate, or you're going to keep. And at the end of that 50 minutes, take a 10-minute break, and then you might be motivated to keep going, or if not, you could stop and you've still made some progress. But I use that method at least, twice a month, 3 times a month sometimes. But my new favorite method, which is more compassionate, I'm calling it the compassionate decluttering method. You get rid of and dispose of at least 5 things, and I'm saying 5 things myself, each day, and they're being donated to a particular charity that I really care about. It happens to be a homeless women's shelter where women flee in the middle of the night with just the clothes on their back. So I'm currently working on my winter clothing. Clothing I don't wear. It's been sitting in my closet for a long time, and I'm donating it to this women's shelter. And just knowing that I can help a woman be warm this winter is what motivates me. And it gets me up each day. And the very first thing I do is, get my 5 items, put them in a bag, and, I've been putting them in my car, and so at the end of the week, I'm putting them, I'm bringing them over to the shelter. So if that is a method that would appeal to you, then that would be a method to use. I've found that it has been very inspiring for me. And the third way to get started is to start with the end in mind. I always love this. So you set a goal that will excite you and keep you motivated the entire time. So for instance, if you want to move to a new house or an apartment, maybe this summer, give yourself a head start by decluttering now. Just day by day, week by week, and when the time comes for you to actually move, you're going to have so much less, and you're going to be a lot happier in the interim as well. Another example might be that you want to repurpose a particular area of your home, for instance, a guest room, a kid's room that's no longer being used, and you want to create that as a workout space, a yoga room, a hobby room, maybe even a home office. But first you have to declutter that room so it can be repurposed. So that's another motivator. And then a third motivator might be you want to be able to park your car in the garage. Now that's pretty basic, but it's amazing to me how many people have their 2 or 3 car garages and they're full of stuff. And wouldn't it be nice this winter to be able to actually park your car in the garage? So that might be a pretty big motivator to make that happen right now. And then number 4 way to get started is to create a 90-day plan and have milestones. So when you break a project down into chunks or bite-sized pieces that are manageable, you can start to see weekly progress. And 90 days, frankly, I think is a wonderful plan because a lot can happen in 90 days. And it's just a matter of writing it down, sticking to it, and getting started. But most of all, and this is number 5, most of all, just have fun and make a difference. So when you make it a game, maybe invite a friend over, one of your family members to join in. That is not overwhelming. It's a smaller project, but you can kind of have fun talking about it and so forth. Another one is to declutter while doing good. So as you're decluttering, visualize someone wearing that warm coat that doesn't have a coat this winter. Visualize someone using that piece of furniture, that kitchen table, the old kitchen table that was sitting in your basement or your attic. Visualize a family sitting around that kitchen table. Those are the kind of things that help to motivate you, move you forward. Say, I don't want this, I don't need it, I don't use it anymore. And then to visualize someone else using it. It's very gratifying. And you will get stuck, you will get stopped. There's no doubt because we're just all human. And when you feel less motivated, just remember why you got started in the first place, why decluttering matters to you. And ask yourself, what will it feel like, when you're living that simpler, less cluttered life, when you can actually find everything and there's a lot less stress around your household because you have places for everything. And when then also ask, what will it be like when I have more time, more money, and more freedom? to pursue those things that really matter to me that I don't have time for right now because I'm spending so much time, organizing all my stuff. So I hope this inspires you to succeed at your goal of finally decluttering, finally getting organized in 2021. If you are interested, I do have a very short program. It's called the 6-Week Decluttering Challenge. It's on my website, Rita Wilkins at ritawilkins.com. It kind of is, it's a really good guide for you to understand why you clutter in the first place and methods to declutter, and just a lot of interesting information I think will be very beneficial. Many people have commented about it. So you can go to my website, Rita Wilkins at ritawilkins.com. And also, I do offer a 30-minute complimentary consultation about decluttering, downsizing, interior design. And if you go to my website, Rita Wilkins at ritawilkins.com, you can schedule a 30-minute call. Thanks. Have a great new year.